Chapter 350, You Have to Work Harder. What is this guy doing? Ziyu was dumbfounded. Could it be that he used his life to protect Palace Master Guardian? Lan Yue was suddenly touched. Was this the man he could not get? He was really outstanding. This person is already dead. Don't care too much. Stop the old demoness from reaching the soul transformation realm first. The old master quickly restrained his surprise. The seal changed, and the mysterious yellow ruler accelerated. The people from the Yao Moon Palace also mobilized their nomological powers and prepared for an intense collision. Roar! A dragon roar sounded out of thin air. Golden light shone brightly and quickly turned into a fire dragon that collided head-on with the mysterious yellow ruler. Boom! The huge ruler was actually blocked by the fire dragon. Both sides were in a deadlock in mid-air. Circles of energy ripples spread out, and the void fluctuated like water. Terrifying aftershocks swept up, making the people from the Yao Moon Palace, who were protected by the array formation, feel as if they were facing a storm. Who? The old master was furious, and only one of them had a death wish. Why was there another one now? Was there an end to it, or am I? Are you surprised? Songshi appeared behind the fire dragon. He raised his palm and nomological power surged out like a volcanic eruption. He actually blocked the mysterious yellow ruler with a palm. Compared to the mysterious yellow ruler, he was very small, like an ant comparing to an elephant. However, the fire dragon he released was more than 1,000 feet long and had a very powerful explosive force. It's you! This time, Old Master recognized Song Shi. When the Sky Demon Saint had escaped, he had not made a move, but he had personally seen this person pierce through the Sky Demon Saint's body. The others were shocked by Song Shi's strength. He was clearly only at the nascent soul realm, but he had actually blocked the combined attack of a group of people alone. His strength was definitely comparable to that of a soul transformation cultivator. Zhang Di finally knew why he felt a little familiar. Wasn't this the person who suddenly rushed out and collided with their joint attack just now? Perfected Immortal Lord, aren't you enemies with the demonic sects? Why are you helping them? Zhang Wu questioned angrily. I'm enemies with the Sky Demon cult, and the Yao Moon Palace is not one of them. You guys can go back. I can guarantee that the Yao Moon Palace won't attack the Imperial City. You'd better use your strength on the other cultivators of the demon cult. Song Shi said indifferently. He was already very satisfied after dying once. At his peak state, even if he did not defend, his body was comparable to numinous artifacts. It would be very difficult to kill him if he continued fighting, so he might as well stop. Why Shuldi? The old master stared at Song Shi. Why should we believe you? Because I withstood your attack alone? Song Shi retorted. The old master had nothing to say. This person's strength was much stronger than what he had seen back then. He had reached the late-stage nascent soul realm in a short period of time. At this moment, just the fluctuation of his nomological power made him, a perfected nascent soul realm cultivator, feel oppressed. No wonder he could easily withstand their attacks that surpassed the nascent soul realm. I hope you can keep your promise. Everyone retreat. The old master made a prompt decision. He was very smart and knew that even if they continued to attack, it would be very difficult for them to break through the array formation of the Yao Moon Palace. With this person around and many disciples. In that case, he might as well go back and deal with the other cultivators of the demonic sects. Most importantly, this person was too terrifying. Not only was his strength terrifying, but the speed of his improvement was also too shocking. How long had it been since the last incident? He had already advanced from the early stage nascent soul realm to the late stage. It was probably possible for him to reach the soul transformation realm the next time he saw him. Who would want to offend such a person? Another smart man destined to live a long life. Song Shi looked impressed. He who understands the times is a wise man. If this old master were to tangle with him today, he would definitely be asking for trouble. The other party also understood this, so he decisively retreated. Seeing the people from Qianzhang Academy leave, the people from the Yao Moon Palace heaved a sigh of relief. Then, they looked at Song Shi in awe. To be able to withstand the combined attacks of so many cultivators with his bare hands, no matter who this person was. The strength he revealed was enough to make everyone present fearful. Song Shi retracted his nomological power and looked into the distance. He realized that the demonic cults had already attacked the imperial city. He frowned. Many more will have to die. In this world, it's quite difficult to survive. Young master, is it really you? Ziyue took a deep breath and flew over. She mustered her courage and spoke to Song Shi. Song Shi turned his head and a dreamy woman appeared in front of him. Her eyes were like purple crystals, and her purple dress made her snow-white skin look even more pure and exquisite. Her face was flawless, and her aura was noble. She had a cold and enchantment aura, and her figure was graceful. She could be said to be a beauty that could cause the downfall of countries. Normally, Ziyue was one of the 3 great nascent soul cultivators of the Yao Moon Palace. She had a noble status and had always carried an air of nobility. At this moment, facing Song Shi, Ziyue was a little uneasy and nervous, afraid that something would go wrong and cause the man in front of her to misunderstand. "It's me. Why? Don't you remember the man who once dual cultivated with you and helped you cultivate?" Song Shi teased. Back then, not long after he arrived at the Yao Moon Palace, this woman wanted him to help her break through. After succeeding, he attracted the covetous eyes of all the elders of the Yao Moon Palace. In the end, he was kidnapped by the shameless old woman Lu Yue and almost lost his virginity. This incident left a deep impression on him. After all, Lu Yue was a man. Ziyue's eyes revealed surprise, but there were also some complicated emotions. "I didn't expect you to improve so quickly. I haven't seen you for a few years, but your cultivation level is already higher than mine. You can even resist the Qianzhang Academy alone. It can't be helped. I'm the reincarnation of an immortal. There's no bottleneck for me below the immortal realm. I just need to constantly absorb power to break through." Song Shi was indifferent. "That's right. Perhaps only the reincarnation of an immortal can reach your level." Ziyue nodded, her expression becoming even more complicated. The man in front of her was an immortal in his previous life, and she was just an ordinary immortal cultivator. The path of cultivation was long and obstructive, and each obstacle was more difficult than the last. However, the other party was equivalent to continuously recovering his cultivation. It was destined that the gap between the two of them would become greater and greater in the future. Song Shi saw Ziyue's bitterness and teased, "You have to work harder. I'm going to the upper realm soon. If you don't reach the soul transformation realm, you won't be able to see me in the future." Yes, Ziyue will definitely follow in young master's footsteps. Ziyue revealed a look of determination. Previously, she cultivated more for the sake of living a carefree life. Now, she had an additional goal. That was so that she could keep up with this man and not be left too far behind. "You may leave." She waved at the others who were curiously watching their conversation, unwilling to let the doorman know too much about them. She invited young master, "How about coming to my bedroom for a chat?" "Sure." Song Shi also had some things to ask Ziyue. It was not suitable to say it in front of so many people. The two of them flew towards the Purple Palace before the others started discussing softly. "I didn't expect this person to know perfected Lord Ziyue." "I know. So he's the mysterious man who helped Senior Master Ziyue form her nascent soul. I heard that many elders were fighting over him back then. In the end, he was secretly kidnapped by the previous Lu Yue. There's no news of the previous Lu Yue. He must have killed him. That's normal. Didn't this person claim to be the reincarnation of an immortal? I heard that he's also related to an intersect disciple. He's equivalent to being related to the younger generation of our Yao Moon Palace. The middle and younger generation, and the older generation. He's really impressive."